Welcome to the second battle of Week 8 of the FNF Victory Road Draft League Season 3. This battle is going to be pitting Benji's team, the Southern Shuckles, versus Tiller's team, which is Galactic Goons. The Mega Pokemon available are Mega Aggron and Mega Altaria, respectively. And then we have Raichu Alola with Z Attack, and we have Thundurus Therian with Z Any, Tapu Bulu with Z Attack. So let's take a look at this team. It looks like this is going to be a highly offensive battle coming from Tiller's side. Surprise, surprise. We see Executive Director coming too, which is interesting. Pretty cool Pokemon. I'm wondering why he brought it, maybe to deal with Tangrowth. We also have big offensive threats right off the bat. Salazzle can be really, really threatening to a lot of the Pokemon on his team, actually. It hits pretty much everything really hard except Vaporeon. Tapu Bulu also hits Vaporeon hard, but Tangrowth can be a problem for it. And then on Benji's team, we have that offensive duo in the electric terrain, which is going to pose a big problem to Tiller's team. And the rest of the Pokemon are pretty defensive. Kyurem does look pretty good, though. It does hit a lot of things on the other team, so we're going to see how it works. Yeah, Ice hits everything except Salazzle, so wow. Kyurem looks really threatening, and yeah, going to be interesting to see how this goes. Let's jump right in. Alright, so we start this battle with Valstrax, the Mega Aggron, coming out versus Blaze Ragnarok, the Tapu Bulu. I don't think Tapu Bulu is going to stay in. Indeed, Flame Bixis comes in, and Valstrax Mega evolves and goes for the Heavy Slam. That's going to do 19 on Executor Alola. I was going to say Executive Director. So in comes Vaporeon, Mizutsune, and there's the Reflect. Interesting. So Tiller actually is setting up a screen. Will he set Light Screen as well is the question. So that Scald's not going to hit very hard. And indeed, the Light Screen also goes up. Tiller has both screens up now. And Toxic is going to miss. Vaporeon's not having a very good time versus this Executor. There's the Leech Seed also going to be very good versus Vaporeon with its massive HP stat. And Ukanlos the Kyurem comes in. Flame Bixis goes for the Giga Drain, and Vaporeon switches out just in time. That Giga Drain is boosted by the grassy terrain, but it is gone now, so Flame Bixis is probably going to want to switch out. And actually it doesn't, so that Earth Power only does 6% on Flame Bixis, who goes for that Leech Seed yet again. Ukanlos is seeded and now at 84%. Flame Bixis staying in versus Kyurem is very, very brave of Tiller, but behind those screens, I guess it makes sense. And those screens are going to let Blaze Ragnarok take very little damage from Kyurem's Ice Beam, which would otherwise do big damage. Blaze Ragnarok at the end of the turn only taking 12%. So Valstrax comes in at 100%. That Leech Seed not going to do much damage, even boosted by the grassy terrain. And Valstrax now ready to probably go for a Heavy Slam or set up Stealth Rock. The Superpower's not going to do that much either, only 30%, and Blaze Ragnarok now has those drops. And there's a Stealth Rock indeed up on Tiller's side, which is going to help Benji a lot. The Light Screen is up for one more turn, and there's Dead Phoenix, probably to defog away those rocks. Dead Phoenix at 50% now. And indeed, we do see the defog, where Valstrax actually goes for the Curse. Interesting strategy there. Dead Phoenix is rather passive, so it will probably have to switch out. Indeed, the U-turn is there. And Hell Salamander comes in. That Heavy Slam, even resisted, does massive damage to Hell Salamander. Vaporeon comes in, and there's a Toxic. I think Tiller wanted to get that Toxic up on Mega Aggron, which is a very defensive, hard Pokemon for him to take down. And there's Dead Phoenix taking that Scald. Dead Phoenix now at 38%, and Tapu Koko Astalos comes in, setting up that electric terrain, and there's the defog, but there is no attack. There are no rocks. So in comes Tapu Bulu, setting up the Grassy Surge instead of the Electric Surge, and that Dazzling Gleam is only going to do 23% to Blaze Ragnarok. Yamasumaki comes in, taking that superpower like a champ. That is only going to do a little bit of damage to Yamasumaki. And Blaze Ragnarok now has that drop in attack and defense as well. Flame Bixus comes in. Score is still 6-6, surprising on turn 18 in a Tiller match. So Kyurem comes in, Ukanlos and Flame Bixus or Bixus. Tiller's probably going to correct me after. Flame Bixus or Bixus sets up that light screen, and Ukanlos goes for the substitute. Interesting. So no more Leech Seed against Kyurem, who is now safe. And that light screen is up, though, protecting Flame Bixus. The Ice Beam still will do big damage, though, considering it's 4 times effective. It lives the Ice Beam, and the Freeze prevents Flame Bixus from doing anything. Ice Beam takes out Executor Lola. And Ukanlos is sitting at a comfortable 96% behind a substitute. Nightmare Longinus comes out, and there's that Ice Beam. It's going to critical hit. That takes it out despite the light screen. That is very bad for Tiller, who now is at 4 Pokemon. The score is 6-4, and Ukanlos still is rather comfortable right now. That Fire Blast is going to take out that substitute, and Hell Salamander goes down to the Earth Power. The score is 6-3. 6-3, and all the remaining Pokemon are weak to Ice. Ukanlos goes for that substitute yet again. Blaze Ragnarok goes for the Rock Slide. That's going to take out the substitute. And Ukanlos at 88%. The substitute is actually a good strategy with the combination of leftovers and grassy terrain, and in comes Valstrax. That Rock Slide is only going to do 5%, which Valstrax shrugs off with that grassy terrain. In comes Blast Genius, and the Heavy Slam does big damage, 46%, even though it is resisted. And Astalos, the Tapu Koko, comes in. That nasty plot makes Blast Genius very, very threatening. But that Dazzling Gleam is going to bring it down to 12% as Blast Genius goes for the Thunderbolt. It's not enough to take out Astalos even with that nasty plot. And there's Blaze Ragnarok. Astalos goes for that Dazzling Gleam. That's not going to do much. And Valstrax comes in, taking that Rock Slide yet again, only doing 10% even with the critical hit. Superpower doing decent damage, but not that much, and down Blaze Ragnarok goes to the Heavy Slam. The score is now 6-2. And Blast Genius comes in. We might see that Thunderbolt. Indeed we do, and that's enough to take down Mega Aggron. First Pokemon on Benji's team goes down. The score is 5-2 as Electric Terrain overrides Grassy Terrain, and Astalos comes in going for the Dazzling Gleam, taking out Blast Genius, and the last Pokemon standing is Dead Phoenix, the Mandibuzz. And Thunderbolt takes out Dead Phoenix, and that is the match. It's a 5-0 score, a victory for Benji and the Southern Shuckles over Tiller and the Galactic Goons. Tiller definitely brought some interesting strategies in this match. I'd never seen him dual screen before, and Astalos definitely doing good. Kyurem definitely doing good for Benji. Benji going a little bit more offensive with his Pokemon, even though he had some defensive options. So really interesting match, and stay tuned for some more Week 8 matchups coming up. Until then, this is Noel from Hypno Slumber Party. See you then.